What's up, everybody? This is Luke with Wilson Auto Detailing, and the subject of today's video is window cleaning. Now, I know what you're thinking, and yes, I agree. This 79 Jeep behind me is freaking sweet. And I just got done detailing it, but I still need to detail the exterior windshield. And so, why am I making a video about window cleaning, and specifically the exterior of the windshield? Because cleaning any windows, or just cleaning especially the exterior windshield, is an area where people get very frustrated because whether you're a detailer or just a do-it-yourselfer, it's extremely difficult to get like perfect. But I think it's difficult more because we don't really understand what we're supposed to be doing rather than because it's actually difficult. So question number one, why is window cleaning difficult? And the answer to that question, at least for the majority of us out there, is probably because we don't understand that we have to prepare the windshield or the window or the glass before we spray some sort of shine on it. Just like you can't go and just wax your car paint, you have to clean it and prepare it beforehand. It's the same thing with a window or a windshield. It has to be prepared, cleaned, decontaminated before you go and spray some sort of window shine or window cleaner on it. And if you don't prepare it beforehand, you're gonna finish and there's gonna be bugs, there's gonna be sap, there's gonna be dirty marks, and you're gonna be frustrated and it's gonna be annoying. Now, lucky for you, there's more than one road that leads to home. So there's a couple different ways that you can prepare your window or your windshield before you start, and let me show you those ways. In front of me, I have three different tools. I have steel wool, which is 4/0 steel wool, so it's very, very fine. So it's 4 zeros, very fine steel wool. I have a razor blade tool that kind of looks like a screwdriver at the base, but connects a razor blade at the end, and I've got a standard clay bar. How do these different tools work to prepare a window? Well, we can start with the razor blade. Now, this seems kind of crazy, but using a razor blade on a window, especially on a windshield, will actually not scratch it. So that's not something that you need to be worried about. It's not gonna leave a bunch of deep scratches into the windshield. So all I'm going to do with this is literally kind of like shave the windshield. And so I'm just gonna run it up and down or side to side, however you want, up and down like this. And this is a really effective way to remove bugs and to remove anything that's really stuck on there, because it gets down to like the base of the glass and strips everything off of it. So it's very simple how to use this. Hold it at like a 45-degree angle and you just start scraping just like that. No big deal. Now, next thing, very, very, very fine steel wool. Now you need to make sure you get the right kind, because this is 4/0 steel wool, so it's got 4 zeros. So this needs to be very, very fine, because if you get something that's not very fine and you start rubbing steel wool on the glass, it is literally going to scratch the glass like crazy. It works just like the razor blade. You just rub it up and down the glass just like this. It's not gonna scratch anything. It's not gonna hurt the glass whatsoever. It's not only gonna remove bugs, tar, and it's not only gonna decontaminate the paint, but it's also gonna remove water spots. So this thing removes water spots really well. So all I'm gonna do is go back and forth on the windshield, and it's gonna remove water spots, bugs, tar, whatever. And it looks just like this. And this is a very good way to clean your windshield if you don't want to use water. The only downfall to this is that because the steel wool is so fine, it sheds, and so you might want to blow off the shed steel wool that's below the windshield after you get done. Now, very last thing, the clay bar. Now, you probably already know how to use a clay bar, but basically, if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you're not a professional detailer, a clay bar is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a bar of clay that you use some sort of lubricant on the window, and then you use this clay bar and you go back and forth with either water or clay bar lubricant. And I would spray that on there, and I'd take my clay bar and I'd go back and forth, and then I'd wipe it up with a microfiber towel. And this is gonna, just like it pulls the contaminants off of your paint, it's gonna pull the contaminants off the windshield. And this is gonna do just like the razor blade and just like the steel wool. It's gonna get to the very base of the windshield, and it's gonna remove all the contaminants, anything that could possibly be stuck on the glass. And it's a very, very effective way to do it. And it's also the way that I do it mostly, because I'm already claying cars, so I go ahead and do the windows while I'm going around the car. So this is also very, very effective. Now, the very last step, that after you've decontaminated the glass and you've prepared the glass, the very last step is to use some sort of window cleaner or window shine. Now, as a rule, if you buy a window cleaner from like AutoZone or something, it would probably, most of the time, it would better be called a window shine, because it's not actually got heavy like cleaning agents in it. It's more of a last step, even though it's labeled a window cleaner. And that's just a general rule. Once again, guys, general rule, it's okay. I understand that's not the case every time. But you want to either finish it with like a window cleaner, a window shine, or like a spray wax, or even some paste waxes. If you finish it with a window shine or a glass cleaner, it's just going to be kind of shiny and have a nice finish to it. But if you finish it with a wax, a spray wax or a paste wax, it's going to put a protective barrier on the glass, and it's actually going to act as a sort of Rain-X, so the water will bead up just like it beads up on the clear coat of your paint after it's waxed, and it's just going to kind of run off, and you're not going to have to like use your windshield wipers if you're going a certain speed, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Meguiar's Synthetic Express Spray Wax on this windshield, and I'm gonna bring you guys in for the finished look of the windshield and show you guys how slick it looks.
A few moments later.
Bam! There is the finished look, and you can see that it's very shiny from a distance, and it's very clear from a distance, but you can also get up real close, and you can't see any bugs, you can't see any contaminants, you can't see anything except for clear glass. Now, this Jeep is not driven on a daily basis, and it's one of my clients who has some higher end cars, so this one was not too difficult. But it is certainly important to understand that most cars are daily drivers, and so just like bug guts and contaminants and water spots can etch into the clear coat on your car paint, it does the same thing to glass. It can make an etching or an outline into the glass, and so even if you do decontaminate the glass and you kind of remove everything, there could still be chips or spots with outlines or etching that's going to be left over, and that cannot be cleaned away. Sometimes it can be polished away with the glass polish, but most of the time it's going to be there unless you get some sort of windshield repair kit or have somebody do that for you. So just understand, have realistic expectations that a lot of times there will be stuff left over on the glass that can't be cleaned away. It's not a cleaning problem, it's a repair problem. Now, last thing we got to talk about is the kind of towel to use when you're cleaning glass for the most part, or cleaning a windshield in particular. So when I'm cleaning the windshield, as a rule, I use a microfiber towel. I don't really care if it's new or used. On the windshield, I use a microfiber towel. However, when you're cleaning glass, using a regular medium like pile microfiber towel is sometimes not a good idea if it's used, because as microfiber towels are washed and dried, they start to degrade. And so what you'll find is that as you're cleaning glass with microfiber towels that are used, they'll leave like fibers behind on the glass, and it gets very frustrating. And this happened to me for years because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But you can avoid this in 3 ways pretty much. You can, number one, use a totally new microfiber towel. It might leave a couple fibers, but it's something that can be very minimized and fixed very easily. So you can use a new microfiber towel. You can use a glass-specific microfiber towel, which is just a very fine, very tight weave microfiber towel. Or you can use what people call, what are they called? A huck towel. It's called a huck towel, and I have an example right here. So this is a huck towel, and it is just a very tight weave, and it's not gonna shed any fibers. It's not very soft like a microfiber towel is, but that's kind of the point, is it doesn't have a bunch of loose fibers. It's very tight, good for glass because nothing's gonna be left over. For this windshield, I used one of my used waxing microfiber towels on the exterior of this windshield, and I also used a spray wax instead of a shine because I like to kind of add my level of value by doing that as a professional detailer. It kind of adds that Rain-X effect on their windshield. That's just something I want to add kind of to give them some more bang for their buck, if that makes sense. In conclusion for this video, window cleaning for the most part is frustrating because we're not taught to prepare the window before we put a shine on it, and that's what gets most people. So make sure you prepare it with either fine 4/0 steel wool, a clay bar, or the razor blade tool so you can remove all the contaminants from the window. And this is pretty much a video regarding exterior windows. I'll make another one about interior windows, but this is how I prepare and clean and shine exterior windows. 4/0 steel wool, clay bar, razor blade tool. Then I use either a spray wax or a spray window shine, window cleaner. And then the towels I use are either a new microfiber towel, a tight knit huck towel, or a glass specific microfiber towel. Guys, apart from that, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up if it helped you. Leave me a comment, let me know that it helped you. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my Wilson Auto Detailing YouTube channel, then you ought to consider subscribing because I come out with weekly videos, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week, tips and tricks videos for the do-it-yourselfers and for the professional detailers alike, all about the detailing world in regard to products to use, tools to use, strategies to implement, communication skills, business skills, and so much more. So you can subscribe real easily by hitting the red subscribe button right there in the bottom of this video screen. And then also, guys, if there's anything in the detailing world that you want me to review or talk about, make sure to leave me a comment below this video because I will certainly do that for you guys. If you like this video, check out these 2 videos, or just one of them, above my right and my left, because these videos might be of value to you if you like this one as well. So check these out. And guys, once again, make sure and subscribe if this video helped you, because that lets me know that these videos are helping and encouraging people and they're actually worth making. And guys, finally, if you would like to buy any of the products or the towels that I talked about today in regard to window cleaner, window shine, spray wax, microfiber towels, or huck towels, I will have links to all of those in the description box below this video. So make sure and click the tab that says show more, and then that will drop down the complete description box and you will see the specific links to all of those products. It'll take you right to Amazon and you can use those links to buy any of those products you like. So guys, from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, I will see you guys next time.